For years, the world saw a polished narrative, a united plural family striving to make their unconventional lifestyle work. But behind the scenes of the hit reality show, Sister Wives, tensions grew, relationships collapsed, and one branch of the family remained almost entirely silent: Robyn's children. Now that they are older, those once quiet voices are emerging with revelations that could forever reshape how the public views Kody Brown, Robyn Brown, and the collapse of the Brown family. Their message is fierce, emotional, and unwavering. We never wanted to be part of his game. The word game hangs heavy. It suggests manipulation, favoritism, hidden motives, and a power imbalance that the public has only begun to understand. For years, fans believed Robyn was the favorite wife, the woman who stepped in and rescued Kody from a broken system. But according to those closest to the situation, she and her children didn't join a loving family. They joined a battlefield. The public narrative crafted by Kody Brown painted a picture of a man desperately trying to keep his family intact. But what the children now reveal suggests something different. A man orchestrating a system where emotional loyalty meant everything, even when it caused immense harm. Growing up under the spotlight of reality TV wasn't a dream for Robyn's kids. While some viewers assumed they enjoyed the attention, the truth is that they felt pressure, constant pressure to perform, behave and support a marriage dynamic they never believed in. They were brought into a high-stakes emotional puzzle where every move was monitored by cameras, the audience, and most intensely, by Kody himself. One adult child describes the experience like this: "It wasn't love, it was strategy. Every interaction had a purpose, and that purpose was always to keep him at the center." They say the move from Utah to Las Vegas and later to Flagstaff was never a family decision. It was about control. Their lives were packed and transported at the whim of a man they barely had the chance to truly know before he became their legal father. Because adoption, in Kody's world, was not simply an act of love, it was ownership. When Kody adopted Robyn's 3 older children, the show highlighted it as a joyful symbol of unity. But they now reveal feelings far more complicated. The adoption legally severed ties with their biological father, a bond they describe as more stability than anything we ever got afterward. They say they weren't given a voice, instead, they were given a script. "We were told it would make everything better," one explains. "Instead, it made everything worse." Behind the scenes, favoritism wasn't just real, it was the rule. Kody poured his time, affection, and resources into Robyn's home. And instead of feeling chosen, her kids felt like bargaining chips. The other wives watched their children compete for small scraps of attention, while Robyn's children were displayed as the perfect ones, the ones he finally got it right with. But perfection is exhausting. Those same children say they lived under strict expectations. Appearances mattered, loyalty mattered, and above all, Kody's image mattered. They recall being asked to defend him publicly, even when they secretly sided with the other kids who felt abandoned. To refuse wasn't an option. Disapproval meant consequences. Especially after the family fractured, as Christine, Janelle, and eventually even Mary began leaving. The Brown family narrative spun into chaos. Social media exploded with accusations. Did Robyn break up the family? Why did Kody stop visiting the other kids? Was the show now just the Robyn and Kody project? For Robyn's children, the answer was painfully clear. It was always going to become his world, and we were just the ones who lived in it. They watched the man who once promised to be an amazing father to all children now dismiss the others as disloyal, rebellious, or ungrateful. They say they were expected to support his version of events, even when those events were twisted beyond recognition. As the cameras rolled, family unity crumbled, and viewers saw the favoritism unfold in real time. But what fans couldn't see was the emotional toll. Robyn's kids describe a childhood where they were isolated, not by the other mothers or siblings, but by a narrative that cast them as the outsiders who were supposed to become the insiders. They weren't welcomed with open arms. They were placed on a pedestal they never asked to stand on. One recalls the guilt they carried. "They lost him because he chose us. That's what he made us believe." While Kody accused his first 3 wives of betrayal, his children with Robyn felt like the real betrayal was happening inside their own home. They resented how he spoke about the others, especially the siblings they missed. The siblings they loved, as though those kids were the problem. But they were not allowed to say that aloud. Anger built quietly. Fear grew louder when the show portrayed Robyn breaking down, begging the family to remain united. Her children say those tears were real, but rooted in confusion. They saw a woman desperately clinging to a marriage that was crumbling around her, as the world blamed her for everything, And while they might not defend all her decisions, they insist she wasn't the mastermind, she was another participant in the game. Kody was the one playing to win. As the family dissolved, so did any illusion of equality. Holidays became smaller, visits fewer, and pressure higher. They were expected to stand by Kody even as his rage toward the rest of the children grew. His anger became louder than his love. Robyn's children say they feared becoming targets too. Finally, after years of silence, distance, and emotional exhaustion, they stepped back. They began rebuilding relationships with siblings they were once pitted against. They learned that loyalty doesn't mean choosing sides, it means refusing to participate in manipulation. Now that they are adults, they no longer need permission to speak. They are telling their own story, and they are choosing honesty. Their message to the world, and maybe to Kody himself, is devastating. We never wanted to replace anyone. We never wanted a fractured family. We never wanted to be part of his game. They want to be clear. They are not attacking Robyn. They are not claiming to be victims of reality TV fame. They are simply acknowledging the truth that their lives were shaped by someone else's obsession with control. Their hope is that, one day, viewers will see them not as symbols of favoritism but as individuals who grew up under immense pressure to perform a perfect life that never existed. They want understanding, forgiveness, and the freedom to heal from a legacy of public dysfunction. And perhaps, most tellingly, when asked if they believed plural marriage could ever work, their answer was direct and unanimous. Not like that. Not with him. What happens next remains uncertain. Will their voices help reconnect the larger Brown family? Will the truth finally force accountability? Or will more divisions emerge as reality TV continues to peel back layers the family tried hard to protect? One thing is clear. Silence is no longer their role. The game is over, and the truth, their truth, has finally begun.